Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gav Major and this is Admiralty Reports. Now this is a submission from Eternal Abyss in HMS Nelson, a Tier 6 British premium battleship. Now his commander is Azur Nelson with the traits Flaming Cannonier, Big 7, Marksmanship, Master Mechanic, Running with Scissors. Module wise he's gone for Aiming Systems, Propulsion mod and Target Acquisition mod. This is a game of domination on fault line, a tier 5 and 6 game. On the friendly team we have a Fubuki, a Icarus, a Mayuku, an Izumo, a Fuso, a Bayan, a Nagato and Eternal Abyss in his Nelson. On the other team we have Agile, Mahan, Akatsuki, Algeria. There's a division which includes a Fuso, a Normandy and a Queen Elizabeth, and then the other battleships is a Sinop and a Nelson. Now Eternal Abyss has spawned over on the left next to the Charlie objective. However, the Fubuki and the Benson who spawned in next to him decided to head over to Bravo, and even though when requesting their assistance the Benson responds positively, they don't seem to actually come over. Now we briefly saw a smokescreen down to the south, there we go. Now this almost implies that there is a destroyer on this flank. Remember that smokescreen, we'll come back to it. Now the Sinop gets spotted and Eternal Abyss is able to get a opening volley over the island without being detected. Now looking at the mini map, we can start to see that some of their big units are starting to get spotted. So we can see as it slowly develops that they have at least one battleship at Charlie. They have one cruiser and two battleships at Bravo and two battleships at Alpha, and also Alpha starts to be captured, so we know at least one destroyer's at Alpha, and if we fill in the gaps that means that there's two destroyers at Charlie, which isn't good. Now Pesky Plane keeps occasionally spotting Eternal Abyss in his Nelson as he moves around the island towards Charlie. So keeping his guns trained to the corner of the island just in case something comes running round, and also keeping a little bit of starboard rudder on just to come around the island. So the enemy has now captured Alpha, and the enemy starts to capture Charlie, which means that the enemy's destroyer is probably a lot closer than we probably want. Now Eternal Abyss isn't spotted, so the DD is either right down behind that outcrop of rock, or it's in what I call the crack, which is that valley in between the two. And being he keeps being occasionally spotted by that plane, the destroyer knows exactly what's going on. And now there's the Azur. Well, say hello to some 16-inch high explosive love. Now it's obvious that the Azur has got some of her fish away, so rightfully Eternal Abyss gets the rudder hard to starboard in anticipation. Nelson has a very tight turning circle, and Eternal Abyss dodges the torpedoes by the skin of his teeth. Now the Agile doesn't turn away and smoke. I can only think he's already wasted his smoke at the start of the game. Remember that smoke screen? Now the Agile decides that having missed his torpedoes, he has to become the torpedo, ramming speed ahead. And there's the ram. However, off goes the damage control party. Remember folks, Nelson has a monster repair party, so any second now the Nelson will be as good as new. There's the Sinop from earlier, which is already looking worse for wear, but this really isn't a position that Eternal Abyss wants to be in considering the Nelson's armour. So he's turning in, trying to get that arm about angled, but also he's got full reverse. He just doesn't really want to be getting any closer to the Sinop. Uh-oh, there's another destroyer, the enemy Akatsuki. Now here, Nelson bounces a load of 16-inch AP off her main bow, which makes me think the Sinop doesn't know how to kill a Nelson. If he waited a little bit longer until Eternal Abyss was a bit more bow on, he could have really overpenned the bow. Now, I don't know what the Akatsuki is doing, laying a smoke screen for who? Now the Akatsuki gets one torpedo launcher out, but Eternal Abyss destroys one of the launchers and disables the other launcher on the Akatsuki. But wait, there's more. He gets the ram on the Akatsuki, which potatoes him into the island, but then here comes the Sinop and ramming speed, more ramming action, a double strike, and the Azur Lane girls go wild. Well, that's 3 kills, a double strike, nearly 70,000 damage in under 5 minutes. So far, Eternal Abyss has gotten all the kills from his team, killed 1/3 of the enemy team. It's quite amusing. So within those first 5 minutes, he wiped out the entire enemy team that spawned on the Charlie objective and pretty much opened it up for the rest of his team. Well, that's all we have time for, folks. I'm the Gav Major, and this has been a submission from Eternal Abyss. Until next time, back to the port.